Let me talk to you. In this episode, I'm going to tell you about, the biggest challenge that I faced so far with Fifth Ray. And, I learned a valuable lesson from my friends this week. So, it's Christmas period now. Like, I'm filming this on the 17th of December, 2023. And, I'm going out with the lads. We all get together for a meal and go out for drinks. I don't drink anymore. I stopped 2 years ago. But it's that time of year. I'm going out with different pockets of friends. And so I went for a meal, and one of my friends, I've known him for the longest time, probably one of my oldest friends, he was like, "Oh, how's Fifth Ray going?" And I love it when people ask me about Fifth Ray, because I'm impassioned, I'm enthusiastic, I love it. Like, this is my baby, this is what sets my soul and my heart on fire. So I was like, "What do you know about it so far?" He goes, "Oh, I caught wind of your last episode 15, which is the previous one, where I talk about how I've been invited to speak to 150 people in Manchester and Leeds to raise investment for Fifth Ray. It's going to be surrounded by investors, business owners, decision makers at this event, and I get this great opportunity." And I was sharing that story. And if you don't know it so far, go back and watch the previous episode to this, episode 15. And another friend who sat next to me caught wind of it, and he was like, "You trying to raise 100 grand?" He goes, "All right, and he just suddenly switched into Dragon's Den, aggressive kind of investor mode, and he's like, "So what are you gonna do with this 100 grand? If I invest in 100 grand, what's stopping me from investing in Twinings? Twinings, aren't they the biggest tea makers in the world? Like, why wouldn't I invest in them? Like, what's so good about your tea?" And I was almost taken off guard. I was like, all right, like, okay. So he was really challenging me about asking me questions about the product. Why should he buy it? Why should people buy it? Like, what are your price points? Why are you asking for this money? And I really relished in this. And I'm no direct person myself. He was being super direct to me, and both of them were. And I was like, I appreciate the challenge, because it kind of preparing me for when I pitch to 150 strangers. I don't know what questions I'm going to get. So if you're coming at me in this way, like, all right, come on, bring it on. And it was like, "Oh, I'm not in, I wouldn't invest, my money's in Twinings." And I was like, "First of all, why are you talking about Twinings? They're not even on my radar." And he's like, "Why not? Why wouldn't you go after Twinings?" I said, "You're comparing apples and oranges. Twinings in that dusty little powdery, whatever it is in these tea bags, and it's just, you're getting this small amount. It's not comparable to the all-in-one plant blend Cosmic Hue, which is there to boost your gut health, increase your energy levels, and leave you feeling calmer and reducing your stress and anxiety levels. They're not in the same category. They're not even in the same league. You don't compare my product to Twinings. Yeah, Twinings is absolutely huge, and it'd be funny one day that they may buy me out. Like I said in episode 2, I'll be willing to sell Fifth Ray for £50 million and no less." So he was on about Twinings, and I'm like, "Why do you keep talking about Twinings? I don't really give a shit. It's irrelevant." And he was like, "But why wouldn't you go after them? If I'm investing, I want you to go for the best." And I'm like, "Well, 100 grand isn't going to get me to beat Twinings for starters. Like, unless you're going to invest a few milli plus, that's a different conversation." Anyways, but it was this very kind of like pushback, and I was taken off guard, because what I quickly learned was, my friends, these specific friends there was more people there, and their opinions were different, but these two specifically were a camp of people that I haven't come across yet, and I was expected to come across them a lot sooner. So the 3 camps of people when it comes to Fifth Ray. It's like, right, Manny, I believe in you, I love your story, I love your journey, I know what you're doing, I know the benefits of what you're trying to achieve, I get it, you're shifting this paradigm from coffee to Cosmic Hue. You go kill it, do your thing, smash it, we got your back, we're part of your journey, and we're joining you. Love to you all. And then you got the second camp of people. It's like, Manny's doing this tea thing, I don't really get it, but I wish him all the best, I've supported him, I've got his back, love to you guys. Then it was the third camp of people, which I discovered this week, is, they need to see it in order to believe it, because they weren't convinced by what I was saying. And I was explaining to them, like, the wellness industry is now valued at 5.6 trillion and it's due to grow to 8.4 trillion by 2027. The tea industry, which is what I'm going into as well, the wellness and the tea industry, because fifth rate is a new dimension of wellness and tea. The tea industry is at 56 billion and it's growing to 104 billion by 2032. So it's basically doubling the industry, forecasted of course, in 9 years time. So I'm going to a massive emerging markets right now, and I'm carving out my own niche in that market. I don't need to go to a Twinings and compete against the Twinings. You know, if they want to buy me out, you know, we'll have that conversation, but it's irrelevant right now. You're comparing apples and oranges. We're not in the same category, we're not in the same league. But I learned something valuable about people's kind of perception to what I'm trying to achieve, and almost like support. You know, I've known these lot a very long time, and I was actually quite surprised that I wasn't getting the support. I didn't really care personally, because I focus on the people that give me the love and support, not the people who don't. Like, they're still my boys and I got a lot of love and respect. That's different, that's separate. The point is, there was that voice, that ego mind that kicking in, because you know, a lot of people like would be like, how dare you, you're my boys, why are you even questioning this, why can't you just support me? You know, like, I'm offended that you did this. But you know what, I don't feel them things. I operate from intuition, not the ego mind. The ego mind is there to just, you know, I might consult the ego every now and again, because the ego is what's helping me move forward. The ego is the part of yourself, myself, that's saying, all right, I've received this kind of not unnecessary, like unwarranted feedback actually, and said, you know what, you've given me more fuel that I already have. You know, you've just poured so much fuel on my fire that's already shining so bright and harsh that, thank you. Like, the ego's like, yes, relishing in that. Come on, bring it on. The ego mind was also saying, you know what, just wait till you drop that YouTube video, that fifth ray mission log video, where it says fifth ray has just now turned over £1 million, and then we'll have a conversation. But that's the ego mind. I'm not interested in that. Money is just a metric. The money is a byproduct of what I'm trying to achieve. What I'm achieving is actually serving humanity in my own unique way. My mission is to heal, help and raise the vibration of millions of people around the world. And my gift to the world, and my special way of doing this in my own creative way, is fifth ray and its cosmic hue, all in one potent plant blend tea. You know, like, we're shifting this paradigm from coffee to cosmic hue, and we're going up against the gut health supplements, these powders and these pills. Like, that's what I care about. And I'm not saying, you know what, you watch me guys, you know, you think I can't do this, like, what are you talking about? Like, you know, wait till I become a millionaire, wait till I do this and wait till I do that, like, watch, I'm gonna show you, look. No, I don't do that. I'm not really interested in that. Like, it's very unproductive use of my thought power and my energy. You know, I'm doing my thing. I have unshakable confidence and belief in myself and in fifth ray. So there's nothing that's going to stop me. I can receive all the negativity and all the people like trying to put me down or trying to be brutally honest. You know, and I welcome all criticism, all feedback, because it helps me grow and improve, and that's all. And that's what I care about. I want to keep growing and improving. So, like, thank you guys to my boys who kind of give me that outlook and their feedback, because it's really given me a new way of thinking. It's preparing me for when I do pitch to 150 strangers, but it's also made me realise, all right, the third camp of people are, you know, once the community starts growing, they will be part of the community and the bandwagon, so to speak, once it starts to compound and grow. And I want you all to join me on this journey. That's why I'm building in public and sharing to you guys, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm up against, and this is what's going well, this is not what's not going well, this is behind the scenes, this is how I'm doing it. I'm on this journey of learning, and come join me, be part of it. You are part of it. We're all in this together, and that's what I care about. Like, I care about, we all, there's people out there that you can't sit with me at my table, like, I'm gonna do better than you, and how dare you try to better your life to get ahead of me. Like, no. We're all one and the same in the sense that, like, on my table there's a seat for everyone. We all eat. Everybody eats at my table. And for my friends who are yet to believe in what I'm building with Fifth Ray, there's chairs on either side of me, empty, and come join me when you're ready. Like, we're here together. Like, you're not ready to sit now, but they're there, right here, and that's how we do. That's how I operate. So it was an interesting challenge, but I did a lot of reflection, and all I say is thank you. But that was just 2 people out of all the boys that I've seen this weekend. Then you got all the other friends who are like, I'm excited, like, when you're releasing it, I need this in my life. Like, I'm looking forward to having it, because I've had friends who are saying that I really need something to really, like, improve my gut health, and I feel sluggish, and I need to stop drinking coffee. I need a healthier alternative. Like, they're ready for it, and that's what they're the conversations I've been having for the last, like, 6 months. And so I don't focus on the negativity, I only focus on the positivity, and that's how I live my life. If I think back at my health transformation, I've done the greatest health and body transformation in modern history, realistically. The greatest Crohn's disease transformation of all time. And a big part of my wellness, my perfect health. Bear in mind, I'm medication free for 7 years after a bowel perforation, and it's thanks to the benefits of these plants, which I've now combined together as an all-in-one plant tea. So I want you all to share your thoughts. Like, I've spoke quite deeply in this video, in this conversation. What do you think? Drop me a subscribe. I mean, if you're new to the channel, or if you've been watching but haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Let's see how we keep moving forward. Like the videos as well. Like, I know that you're loving the videos if you're showing some love back to me. So thank you as always. We're marking 4 months of me really going into these Fifth Ray mission logs. Let's just keep going. Like, my target was 20 videos consistently, and we're nearly there. Let's get to 52. Let's do a year straight. But come join me on the journey. Let's grow together, and let's move forward.